very entertaining. And as you two know, we just like to start off with a song. So whatever you'd like to play, we'd love to hear.
Okay, thanks, guys. And you want me to go first?
Yeah.
Okay. If someone is new to tuning into our show, I should probably introduce both of us. I'm Kim, and this is my daughter Lucy. And some of you have seen her before, so I'll start. I made a list of all that I survived. I lived through me, I lived through you, and I don't regret a moment I spent inside that school. I've outlived my body, oh, I hang on to my mind, and I put that white surrender flag where the sun don't shine. Sometimes I forget all that I've survived, so I pray at the altar of my luck. I kneel at every close call, at inches from disaster, at every step I took before the lightning struck. Our bodies are a battleground of give up or go on. So I get my ass up when I'm down and keep on keeping on. I keep a list of all that I've survived. I can't change how it started, but you can place your bets that I won't regret a moment. I'll spend every moment taking the bitter out of the end. I'll spend every moment taking the bitter out of the end. Thank you.
So, Kim, tell us about that song. Is that new or a little older?
Well, it's one that it's new, but I did it in my last appearance here. But I did that on purpose because you brought that song back. And it's one that I got some help from Abigail Dowd on that song. And I told her, I said, I really like this song. I like the writing on it, but it's not landing. The music is not landing for me. And so she said, okay, we'll play it. And then I did some other stuff for her as well. And also she has my book, so she knows my poetry. And she was like, you don't need strumming. You don't need a lot of noise. Pare it all back. Just like pick out the notes. And there you go.
So let the words, the lyrics, do their job and let the music just be background.
Right. And that was consistent feedback from everyone I got. They were like, you don't need lots of noise behind you, which is nice because I don't like making lots of noise. So that really works out well for everybody. And so I've been paring some stuff down.
I have noticed I have to dial the gain up on the microphones when you're around.
Okay, good. I mean, that's good. No one wants to be around someone really super loud, right?
Sure.
Okay.
I mean, some people do.
So this was in Abigail's gathering up in the mountains?
It was.
Yeah, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that as we move through the show because I want to find out how those experiences work.
Mm-hmm.
But Lucy, we do want to enjoy your music too. So what have you brought for us today?
Oh, here you go.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Yep.
Can't really-
Just hogging
show
the
it.
stand here.
This one's a cover, but this song means like a lot to me. I've been listening to it for like 2 months now because it's by Zach Bryan and he just came out with one of his new albums.
Here you go.
I don't even know Zach Bryan.
You don't know who Zach Bryan is?
I've-
He's like the best country singer ever.
I should know this.
No,
I
you definitely
apologize.
should. It's a really good song, and yeah, you've probably heard it.
I probably have.
Yeah,
Yeah. Lucy gets the radio.
yeah, I get the
when I
aux.
take her to school,
It doesn't matter what,
and so I learn a lot.
as you should. She's got a need to leave you wanting more. She loves hard love and metaphors. Leave your shoes off at the door, 'cause dinner's waiting on you. Grand things don't impress her much. She is keen to smaller acts. She likes honey in her coffee and boys that use their backs. Friday afternoon at the Mercury Lounge, she loves a Prince song and a live sound. Never needs much and sure knows how to dance. All the money in the world couldn't make her smile. She prefers things that are worthwhile, like small towns, that old style, and smaller acts. There ain't no love a man can find. You'd feel her in a room if you was blind. There ain't a grand thing a man can do. She'll only love you for you. She's satisfied in the scorching summer, like the trees and stars she's laying under. They're fine being right where they are. Give her a buzz and a beat down, boy. She hates bullshit and loves the noise of a coastal town, the early parts of fall. There ain't no love a boy can find. You'll feel her in a room if you was blind. There ain't a thing a man can do. She'll only love you for you. There ain't no love a man can find. You'll feel her in a room if you was blind. There ain't a thing a man can do. She'll only love you for you.
Really nice.
Lucy Lane live here on the radio. You, like your mother, don't like making a whole lot of noise. Have you ever considered like a big electric bass and death metal and leather?
Oh my god, we should totally do that.
I enjoy listening to it and then going home.
Well, Lucy, I think you were here maybe a year ago, and your guitar playing is really coming along nicely. That's
I know,
good.
yeah.
Like that. Nice.
And just like a year ago, we love your voice. Oh my God. It is so good. You should sing a whole lot more.
I agree. Yeah.
All
You
right.
should sing in front of people. I say this is really pot calling the kettle black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so funny of you to say.
I know. It's, yeah.
So you were playing ukulele last time, and
I was.
this is
Yeah.
still got a little bit of that uke strum on this guitar. That's
Yeah.
kind of a cool blue guitar. Where did we get that?
I got this when I was like 4. I can't even lie. Like I've had this thing since I was
Really?
like,
yeah,
really
I got
young.
it. I got it a long time ago.
And she was switching out the strings yesterday. And she was like, they're so dead. This guitar is so old. I was like, oh, okay.
When they
So-
turn green, that's a sign.
Yeah, no, they were green. They were like blue at one point. Like,
It moved beyond green into
yeah,
whatever's
it was
next.
like gold at one
It's
point.
like-
Like they've changed.
I have to tell you something, and that is, so I know we don't talk about my mom a lot, but you and I both, and I'm grateful for this.
Deep
We
voice.
we inherited a voice that can reach music.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to that for her. Like, that's one of my nice memories of her, is my mom always had a voice that it was deep, but I enjoyed listening to my mom sing. And it's interesting that, what are they talking about? It's just interesting hearing you sing, and it's wonderful for me. Like, I love getting to hear you sing, because I don't get to hear you all the time. What do y'all hemming
We're just
about
mumbling
over there?
about
Just
mic
sing-
placement and
We enjoy
Oh.
mother-daughter bonding. That's why we're here at Pass the Hat for moments
Amen.
like this. So, Kim, your guitar is a Gibson, and that
It
is that what year do we have on that thing?
I think, I want to say it's like 62.
Yeah, wow.
It's real old. And I've told y'all that this is David Childers' fault. Actually, between David Childers and Bruce Piaf. So I was, that workshop I went to at the retreat in the mountains got me thinking about a lot of things, especially just the really good guidance I got from them. And I started thinking, who do I enjoy listening to? And what do I want to sound like? What do I sound like? And you go to all these things where everyone is guitaring the mess out of everything, and they're wonderful. And here I am, a poet with a guitar, right? And so this helps me to bring it back. This guitar really helps me, because I listen to Bruce, right? I listen to him pick and do poetry.
who is also a poet.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so it's helped a lot to reconnect with that.
Bruce has been putting a lot of videos on Facebook recently.
has.
I think he's feeling good.
Been enjoying those.
Yeah. He's feeling good. I would love to get him back. I'll ping him and see if he wants to
Okay,
come back sometime.
great.
Yep.
We would love to have Bruce back here in the studio, but your relationship with Bruce goes back many, many years, right?
Since I was in college.
Right. That was at UNCG, right?
He was an MFA candidate and got his MFA there. And I
Right.
was an undergrad. Yep. So I've always been an admirer.
Well, Kim, what do you have for us?
Well, this is new, and this is might still be in progress, but I'm digging it. And I'm going to say this is Gabriella's fault. So if Gabriella is out there listening, this is your fault, really in the best way. And I'll tell you about it when we're done playing. Follow me down the rabbit hole. I tossed all the maps away years ago. I've always reveled in the road less traveled. Lost is just the long way home. My sense of direction has a sense of adventure. The headwinds have my back if I turn around. The boat is not the shark, I am safe inside still water. And the North Star is a last resort. Follow me down the rabbit hole. We'll name our destination. Let's sit for a spell. The only sights to see are the ones you never saw before. And lost is just a long way home. My sense of direction has a sense of humor. I get lost in the back of my own hand. So let's hit the road with our eyes closed. What could go wrong but that last turn? So follow me down the rabbit hole to the pile of lost and found that is all of us, strewn in all directions with dubious destinations. We're all lost and a long way from home. Follow me down the rabbit hole. The headwinds have my back if I turn around. I'll check in at the North Star Resort if I must. But lost is just a long way home. Yeah, lost is just the way that I get home.
Yay.
Thanks.
You know, the first couple of chords and the first couple of words, and knowing that you're a literary person, I was thinking we're going through a Moby Dick or maybe a Treasure Island kind of a thing, but no, you took it someplace completely different, and I love how your sense of direction has multiple senses.
It's mostly terrible.
It was an interesting turn of the phrase. That my
thanks.
sense has a sense. I enjoyed that.
Thank you.
Everybody, we are here with Kim and Lucy, Joan Crawford's Eyebrows. And Kim, you're a longtime poet as well as a songwriter. And so the revision process when you're working with a poem and you're bringing it along versus when you're working with lyrics in a song, is that similar? Or if not, tell us about those two processes.
In that one, I had been singing follow me down. What? Okay, y'all tell me different things here. Where do you want my face to be?
No, that's good.
Okay.
Don't move the mic.
Okay, don't move the mic. All right. I was singing Follow Me Down the Rabbit Hole in my head for a while. And then Gabby was pinging us on the show last week. Mm-hmm. We were having this discussion about kind of what life was. If it's that we think it's the big moments, but it's really the waiting between. Life is a lot of waiting around, a little bit bored, and waiting for the big things to happen. And that's how that song happened. It started with this idea, what I wanted to write about, just follow me with my terrible sense of direction down this adventure. And I thought I would fill it in with those moments that aren't so big.
So the music influences where you go in that process differently than if when you're with a poem, there is no music?
Yes. With this one, I wanted it very much to be a meandering, kind of minor chord sounding, just kind of putzing around. And hopefully that's coming through, just the
It worked.
wandering
It was
around.
very effective.
Thank you. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to write. I worked on it for a while. I've been fighting with this one for a little bit. This was, because I wanted that to come through. Just the waiting about.
Do you find you do that quite a bit, is fight with your songs? Kind of wrestle with them to bring them to what you want them to be?
It's about half and half. I have pretty low expectations of everything I write. It really does just kind of come. And I do love turning the phrases. I love taking stereotypical phrases or cliched things and making them not so much.
Which that song did, and did effectively.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I enjoy doing that. I enjoy playing with cliches and then bringing new life to them. That's always fun.
But you were here with us for the first half hour of the show, and Kirk brought in a song that he had played for us, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah, something like that.
And it has evolved. It has grown, and it's better. Do your songs do something similar? Do you play them a little bit and think, oh, well, this is going to grow and evolve, and in 4 weeks later, it's a different song?
Well, the one I played before that was,
Right.
after Abigail got finished with it, I was strumming that song, and it seemed like it just wasn't landing. It just, like, that's a song where I would think someone could pick out and then when I played it for the group after Abigail got a hold of it, the whole group was able to pull out words. They were able to pull out lines and say, I like that line and that line. That's what I want.
So they
I'm a
weren't
poet.
distracted by strumming the guitar.
Yeah, and she was like,
Excellent.
yeah, you don't need to do that for anything. So, yeah, that felt better.
Do you have a moment to tell us? You've mentioned Abigail. Who else was running this songwriter retreat?
Jane Kramer and Jess Klein.
I don't know Jane Kramer. I know Jess. She's our Hillsborough laureate. Jane Kramer, I don't know Jane.
She's an Asheville person. I don't know if she's originally from Asheville, but we've put her on the playlist before. And
I think
she
2
is-
weeks ago you played one of hers, I believe.
And she has a very warm voice, clever songwriting, fantastic. Love and very generous of spirit. Yeah. In giving what she has to give.
I know Jess does a periodic show over at the Blue Note Grill called The Great American Songbook or something like that.
With the Berlin Brothers.
Yeah,
Yes.
have you seen that?
She's got a new album out last week that she recorded last January or so. That was all Berlin Brothers and Ira and Irving Berlin
Oh, like standards.
standards.
Wow.
And it's a fantastic album.
I'll bet. Well, Lucy, we see you've put on a capo, so I think that means we're ready for another song.
You can't miss that capo. It's neon green.
Yeah, it's very old. It was for my ukulele, and it's like green. So,
But that was your Billie Eilish capo, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
God, I love that ukulele. That's like,
It's a good ukulele.
this is one of my songs, and I've been writing it for like 2 months now.
Dang.
And yeah, well, it's because it keeps getting edited.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Good.
I'm okay with this one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's called Roadblock. My love for you has just left. I still see our pictures, even if I don't look. Went to Ross to buy a $4 diary, but really I'm just writing about you. I can't stop this feeling. I feel it is healing, but I should know that this stuff takes time. I kinda wish I would have said more than I did. Would you have come back again? Is this just a memory, or our place of ending? Could this be a roadblock to our love? Gonna tell my daughter about you when she's throwing up her guts over a boy who said she was just good looks. My letters that I wrote for you are probably just a dust collector. It was such a waste of paper when something in the orange place. Do you sit and think about me? I kinda wish I would have said more than I did. Would you have come back again? Is this just a memory, or our place of ending? Could this be a roadblock to our love? When I tell my daughter about you, she would forget about ever finding love. Mom, why did he have to say goodbye so quick? Is this just an ending? Are we just pretending this wasn't love? This wasn't love. This wasn't love.
Yay. Joan Crawford's Eyebrows, live here in the studio. Lucy, that was a fantastic song. I was a little bit surprised at the beginning where you kind of did a time shift and started talking about your daughter.
Yeah.
And right now you are a daughter.
Yep.
Well, I guess you'll always be a daughter.
I mean, yeah.
But what drove that time shift in your head to shift the song to be talking about something a generation ahead?
I think that everybody has experienced that at some point, just like hurting. And I think that was because I talked to my mom about it a lot. And I'm going to be that mom someday. So it's going to be exciting.
Lucy, when you said you worked on that song over the last month or two,
Yeah.
What were you just adding more verses, or was the story
I was
changing?
adding more because at first it was just like, I have like notes in my phone and I had like 10 different notes and I put them all into an album and it was like 2 sentences in each note and then I put it all together.
Oh, cool.
It was weird, but it made sense to me. And then you just grow on it.
I think it's really great that you didn't try and push it and say, oh, I need to finish this, that you just let it
No.
take its own time
Yeah.
and find its own voice. That was great. Really interesting.
And I value her privacy. I value her privacy. So, like, that's the first time I've heard that.
Yay.
And
I saw you smiling pretty big as she was finishing up.
Well, I'm proud of her. I'm proud of her for speaking out and for saying, like, I'm glad that what I'm saying is getting through.
Yeah.
I'm glad you didn't put the various threats I made about. But anyway, like, that's
Well-
fine. I'm glad he lives through the song. That's great. That's
yeah.
fantastic.
I was thinking about cutting him
Shotguns
off at the
exist
end.
for a reason.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody, we are WHUP LP Hillsborough, and it is the top of the hour, and we are so fortunate to have an hour 2 sponsor, Bob.
That's right. Support for the second hour of Pass the Hat is sweetly provided by Matthew's Chocolates, 104 North Churton Street, Hillsborough, North Carolina, the finest in chocolate and chocolate accessories for all of your chocolate needs. And let's face it, we all have chocolate needs, as apparently Lucy Bella did because she opened the box a little bit before.
like an hour ago.
Well, Bob, looks like you've been munching on some too.
Well, that's because it's Friday and I always have chocolate from
Yes.
Matthew's. So, yay for all of us. And y'all, if you want some of Matthew's amazing hand-painted, hand-decorated, handcrafted truffles for Christmas, if you do, you better get there today or tomorrow and place
Yeah.
those orders. Otherwise, you're going to be getting
You're doomed.
Okay.
sad Walmart chocolate.
Yeah.
Oh, Dollar Tree.
And nobody wants that.
That's so sad.
Ew.
Well, everybody, we are WHUP Hillsborough. The show is Pass the Hat, and we are streaming live on WHUPFM.org, as we do every Friday from 6 to 8 o'clock. And all of those shows are archived on our website by our fine IT staff, WHUPFM.org. Hit shows, scroll down, find Pass the Hat. We've been here for 8 years, so we've got hundreds of wonderful shows.
These chairs are just getting more comfortable every day.
And well, that's because the station brought us new chairs. And we,
Thank you, station.
But also, we are, due to the wonders of technology, doing video casting. Bob, tell people how to find that.
If you haven't found it already, you can find us on all of your favorite streaming services, and I will tell you what your favorite streaming services are. They are YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and you can find us everywhere at WHUP Pass the Hat, at WHUP Pass the Hat. And if I'm slurring my words, it's not because I've been day drinking. It's because
It is.
well, yeah, I have been day drinking, but it's also because I had a tooth fall out yesterday. I'm a
Oh.
60-year-old man, and I had a baby tooth fall out yesterday.
What?
It's just wrong.
Well, put it under your pillow, Bob.
I mean, yeah.
The tooth fairy, I don't know if they know where I live
They
anymore.
do. When
a
you're
lot of
60 years
tooth
old,
fairy.
instead of getting $1, you get big money from
I get
the
like a
tooth fairy.
motorcycle underneath my pillow.
Wow. Were you like crunching on some nuts or something, or what caused this?
I had a very small handful of popcorn.
Oh, you hit one of those kernel things.
I don't even know if it was a kernel that did it. I just realized there was something in my mouth that was not
Not
popcorn.
popcorn. Jeez, did you try putting it in the microwave? See
My tooth?
if it would
See
pop.
if it would pop.
Oh, well, enough of that. Kim, I think we're doing the tag team, are we? And are you up next?
Yes, and I'm going to ask your permission first. So, do you mind if because this riffs off your song in a way? You know I write poems sometimes and you're in them, but this is a
Yeah.
positive. It's positive. They're always positive. Is it okay if I do this?
No, no. I'm just kidding.
Okay. No, it's positive.
Yeah.
Okay. It's in the spirit of what she was just doing. And this is a poem that it's out for publication now. And I'm not sure who's going to take it, but I'm hoping that someone will. And it's called, well, I won't say what it's called because it kind of gives away the answer. Ask the teenager as she fastens her seatbelt, how was your day? If you wish for a long, silent ride home when Billie Eilish and other moody children sing about their day, I have learned that the answers I get are directly proportional to the questions I ask. When I tweaked the questions, the answers became fuller. How is your best friend doing? What was today's biggest challenge? You look really nice today. That's my shirt, isn't it? But today the seatbelt had not snapped when she quietly said, something happened today. And if you are a parent, that taste in your mouth is your heart fighting its way out of you to your kid who needs it more. This was when I learned that my daughter is very much my daughter. And the minefield I have walked is the one I failed to clear after crossing it. There's this boy, she started. He's been asking out all the girls. We say no, but when he does that, she paused. He says things to us. Today he got close to me in science class. Too close by my ear. He whispered, you can't hurt me, you're just a girl. I can do whatever I want, little girl. The radio was off. I held her hand, let her squeeze this moment into my fist, press a diamond from all this coal we carry. And what did you do? I asked. She looked square at me. Well, I told someone. Because none of the other girls did. I put it in writing because now the principal has to investigate. Because until now, the girls didn't know what to call what boys say in our ear when no one is looking. No one ever told them that this is sexual harassment. Can you believe that? And that is how I watched my daughter clear the minefield that I once crossed and move her army safely to the other side. She bounced into the car the next day. My friends and I, we keep this big Google Doc. We post questions, and someone's name has to be the answer. Today, my friends they added another question. Who would win in a fight? And you know what, Mom? My name was the answer.
That's just good daughtering right there.
No, that's all true. Literally none of
is
like,
true.
oh, that's all true.
It is a true story.
That is what
I
happened.
did not edit that.
Well, good for
you know,
you, Lucy.
I forgot about that.
All
Wow.
you fathers and
not.
sons out there, a generation, 2 generations, 3 generations ago, you were always taught you don't take no for an answer. You find another way to ask, or you keep pestering and keep pestering. No. No. Sometimes is the answer. Just
But I learned
Deal
from
with it.
her that day, like I've spent my entire life, other people F around, and I'm the way they find out. And now she's the one. And I feel okay about that. Like, they found out. Thank you, Fuss. Good job.
Awesome.
Good job.
Right.
You are shuffling lots of papers over there.
No, I didn't.
All of them are hitting your microphone, so everyone knows.
Okay.
I'm not complaining. I'm saying it's awesome.
I didn't want it to print out 3. Anyways, this is another cover, but it's a very good song. And I forgot that it was capo.
Also, in your original, you didn't have your chords on that. You just know them.
because I remembered them. Like
She
that's
remembers
like
stuff.
well, that was the first song that I've also like ever memorized.
I once remembered stuff.
All right.
Back in the day.
I mean, I can't. I'm still not great at it. But
So this is a cover of whom?
Kelsey Ballerini. God, I hope that. Yeah. Yes, Kelsey Ballerini. Oh my God.
Damn, I'm so old. There's another one I don't know.
Really? Oh my God.
Getting an
guy.
education
Well,
tonight,
she's-
Bob?
She's like friends with Zach Bryan, so
Okay. So
There you
yeah.
go.
same genre, same people.
somewhat, yeah, yeah, for the most part. But. Hey, homecoming queen, why do you lie when somebody's mean? Where do you hide? Do people assume you're always alright? Been so good at smiling most of your life. Look damn good in the dress, zipping up the mess, dancing with your best foot forward. Does it get hard to have to play the part? Nobody's feeling sorry for you. But what if I told you the world wouldn't end if you started showing what's under your skin? What if you let them all in on the lie? Even the homecoming queen cries. Hey, homecoming queen, how's things at home? Still walking on eggshells when that curtain's closed. Did your daddy teach you how to act tough? Or more like your mama, sweep it under the rug? Look damn good in the dress, zipping up the mess, dancing with your best foot forward. Did you want the crown, or does it weigh you down? Nobody's feeling sorry for you. But what if I told you the world wouldn't end if you started showing what's under your skin? What if you let them all in on the lie? Even the homecoming queen cries. Yeah, what if I told you the sky wouldn't fall if you lost your composure? So to hell with it all. Not everything pretty sparkles and shines, and even the homecoming queen cries. Oh, even the homecoming queen cries. Hey, homecoming queen, why do you lie when somebody's mean? Where do you hide?
Yay. More Lucy of Joan Crawford's Eyebrows. Fantastic cover. Lucy, what? I know your mom's a poet and a musician, and she's with
Yeah.
us on the radio show, but absent all that,
Yeah.
what makes you want to play a song? What makes you want to write a song?
I don't know, because honestly, like when I'm in my room, like late at night, I get my phone taken.
Well, I just asked.
Do you want this one?
Yeah, I'll take it. No, but and whenever like that happens, I have like this notebook, and it has stuff that I've written since I was like 8, and I also keep like a list of songs that like I've listened to since I've been listening to that song for like 7 years or something crazy.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You have a notebook that you've been writing in since you were
Yeah, since I was 8.
Well,
It's like so beat up, and I got it at Crazy Allens.
Really?
It's like this like yellow. It's so small. It's like this small.
Crazy Alan,
Wow.
who sells all the fantastic
Yes.
fountain
Yeah, he
pens and the
recently
stationery.
retired.
Yes.
But you were 8 years old and you started writing things?
Yeah, there's this
Why?
one. I have no idea. I'll never forget the first time that I ever wrote a song. I was in my mama's house, and this guy came over because he had to fix her plumbing or something, or her sink. I don't know, something stupid. And I have like this little pink notebook. I had so many notebooks in our house, and I still do. And there's this one, and it was like Carolina Girl, but I was like trying to like recreate it, and the handwriting is so bad. I was like 6, like I was so young, and I still have that piece of paper. But then once I got a notebook, I realized like, hey, like I can keep all this stuff in here and look back at it when.
Well, yeah,
need
but
it.
not a lot of 6-year-olds, 8-year-olds, heck, 15-year-olds are writing stuff down. How was that something you just came up with on your own?
I think that I got it from my grandma, like, because she writes everything down. Like, she has a book of passwords. That's like the main thing in her household. That's like gold. She writes down recipes, stuff like that. And like, I don't know. I feel like that has a lot to do with it. And like, I also just like, I've been writing in notebooks and all that since I was young. And so I think that also colored pens had a lot to do with it, and gel pens that were glittery.
So it had to be fun.
Yes,
Yeah.
it had to have unicorns on it and had to be cool looking.
But that's something we've been doing this, Kirkridge, you said, for 8 years, 8.5 years. We had piles of songwriters on here, and
Yeah.
all of the amazingly talented songwriters we've had have always said the same thing. Write everything down. Write everything down.
Everything.
Because you don't know.
I
what's
forget.
going to become just this fantastic lyric or going to be the linchpin that brings this song I'm working on together.
Yeah.
And you've been writing things down since you were 8, maybe 6, depending on how I heard that last
Yeah.
discussion.
I don't know. It's crazy, but I'm scared that that's something that I'm going to lose. Like, just like, what if I lose the ability to write? Then I can look back at that and be like, hey.
Well, it's
It's
really
something to write
fun.
about, yeah.
Really fun to look back. If you haven't looked at your notes in a while,
Yeah.
to look back and say,
Right.
"Well, I wrote that."
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice surprises hidden in there, little treasures.
Or what in the heck
I
was
found
I
so
thinking?
much. Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
and I think it's also a generational difference too. Like I used to write when I was a kid, like small kid, and then Lucy knows this. I've told her this, but my journal was taken. It had a lock on it and was cut, and it was ripped through, and it was, a thing that I found that was disagreeable to the person who found it.
Right.
And so I didn't write again until I was late in teenager.
That's a great way to shut down the writing, is to
Yeah.
spank you with it, basically.
Well, and I think that happened to a lot of people of my generation and
Sure.
before. And so it is safe for her. Like, is there stuff, she needs to write all those things down, and it's safe for her. So, I may never see them, and that's okay.
They should never put those locks on diaries because that's
I have so
like
many of
saying,
those.
well,
It's
an
there
invitation to
must
break
be
in.
something secret in there.
No, I used to have so much. That was the kind of notebook that it was too. It had a big unicorn face on it and had a little lock
Yeah.
and a key.
No, I value that privacy for her. She should.
All those keys are identical to every
That's what I
every
know.
diary in the world. So,
Yeah.
but it looks secure.
No, I'm digging your writing. I look forward to seeing whether you don't do something with it. Either way, it all has value.
I'm very much here for the songs that come out of Lucy Bella 5 years from now.
Yeah.
Well, Lucy, you know where we'll be when you have more material to bring anytime.
Right.
Well,
And
Kirk
Kim-
and I will both be retired, but Kim will still be running the show.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Retired. What's that? Kim, you got a guitar?
I do, and I knew Lucy was going to do some covers, and so she does a really good job of interpreting songs, and y'all know I don't do a ton of covers, and the ones I do, no one's ever heard of. And in that vein, here's one. So this is someone who influenced me a lot when I was growing up, and it's Natalie Merchant of 10,000 Maniacs. You've heard of her, them? No?
Yes.
Okay.
Say yes.
Yeah.
No, and that's okay. She hasn't. And that's good. That means I'm being consistent. This is like, it's not even a B-side. It's like a D-side it's a song no one's heard of. And it was on their album. I can't remember the name of it. It was a long time ago, like 1985. It's called Verdi Cries. The man in 119 takes his tea all alone. Mornings we all rise to wireless Verdi cries. I'm hearing opera through the door. The souls of men and women impassioned all. Their voices climb and fall. Battle trumpets call. I feel the bath and climb inside, singing a la 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 la, a la 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 la. He will not touch their pastry, but every day they bring him more. Gold from the breakfast tray, I steal them all away, and then go eat them on the shore. A la 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 la, a la 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 la. I draw a jackal-headed woman in the sand, sing of a lover's fate, sealed by jealous hate, then wash my hand in the sea. With just 3 days more, I'd have just about learned the entire score. To Aida, holidays must end, as you know. All is memory, taken home with me. The opera, the stolen tea, the sand drawing, the virgin sea, all years ago. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. Thank you.
Kim Lane doing Joan Crawford's eyebrows, doing a rare cover. What makes you listen to a song and think, I want to do a version of that?
That is just a beautiful song. It just talks about something that no one really listens to, not in my circle of friends anyway. Like, I don't have a lot of friends who are rolling into the opera or even know about opera. And so I went to UNCG for my undergrad degree and was friends with a number of people in the music department. And for a short time, I was a music major. And I was trained briefly in opera singing, which was a disaster because she tried to turn me into a soprano, which that was just dumb.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I gained an appreciation for opera, just the physical act of opera and the storytelling of opera. And then that song came out. It wasn't a single or anything. It was just part of this album. And that was my favorite song for such a long time because it was just beautiful. And I so loved it.
Now, I've been to perhaps a couple of dozen operas in my life and enjoyed maybe one of them.
Yeah.
Although I could very much enjoy the talent of the folks on stage. Just the whole concept of the opera was difficult for me. And recently, because of some volunteer work I did, I was given access to everything happening at Memorial Hall through Carolina Performing Arts. And there were a few operas, and I was thinking, nope, not going to see that one. Nope, not going to see that one.
Yeah.
As wonderful as it is, I didn't have a whole lot of interest.
Yeah.
Well, the
So-
pageantry and the staging is,
Yeah. I can appreciate that.
I haven't seen but maybe one or two operas, but we did see one, Sally and I, in New York at the City Opera, I guess, and but it was magnificent. I mean, the costumes and the big, and they're all coming in at once, singing in the chorus, and
And they don't need amplification.
Oh, no,
They're
and
filling
so-
up the room.
that part was pretty memorable.
But you know what I really love, and I still listen to, and I put it on our playlist for tonight. It got me just listening to opera. And that's what I do love. I do love listening to artists and a recorded song from an opera. And then I can read the story and fill in the blanks with it. I love that because it's a physical act. Opera is like they have to be in physically incredible shape.
You know,
do that.
I think part of the reason why I've never really enjoyed opera is because 80% of the time I can't understand what they're singing.
Right.
And all of the operas that I saw back in my formative years were before they came up with this concept of having in front of every seat a little screen that
The
actually
translation.
shows you the words of what they're singing, which
Yeah.
probably makes a huge difference. Now you can follow the story.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me explain the Joan Crawford's eyebrows thing.
Yes, please.
Okay. Because, yeah, are people, you keep looking at the computer, are people,
Bob's just making sure that Joan Crawford is really,
that she's
really
visible?
visible on the
Okay.
video.
Well,
Oh, is that her?
yes.
Oh.
Leah Kaufman is super proud of both of you and
Oh, thank you.
loves your voice, as does everybody else, Lucy Bella. Dennis Lane says, yay!
Oh. Hey.
And I've lost her on the screen because there's too many. Honeycutt.
Oh, Angela
Oh.
Honeycutt?
John.
Or John Honeycutt.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, there's a Honeycutt who's very proud also.
Oh, that's
Aw,
very
thank
sweet.
you.
Well, let's explain the Joan Crawford's eyebrows.
Kathy, I'm sorry. Kathy.
Okay.
Oh, Kathy.
Okay,
Okay.
Kathy, okay.
Why do we not?
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Mama.
So Joan Crawford, I am obsessed with old films. We all know this. And Joan Crawford is an interesting sort to me. And so I've decided that when I go out to do my music, I would like to be able to anonymize myself a little bit, especially when I'm with her. I want to keep her safe. And I'm currently also working on a project related to some stuff I've been working on. And this is emblematic. Her eyebrows are actually emblematic of that. So long story short, in the 50s and 60s, when everyone was plucking their eyebrows out of their face, she left hers and she started combing them in the wrong direction and putting oil on them so that
Making
they
them
would
stick out.
Right,
Yes.
so they would grow. And as she aged, key word there, they started looking more severe and but she said, I'm not letting my eyebrows go because it's on Vogue. Eyebrows, or she said, brows frame the eyes, encourage them. And that always stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought that's emblematic of everything I want to do is encourage that and that sort of badass way of entering your midlife. And so that's why that moniker, because it allows me to go out and do and say these things in public and also, keep kiddos safe and keep me safe to some degree.
So are you going to be getting some eyebrow extensions sometime soon?
Sure am.
All right.
Yeah.
They move too these days.
Yeah. They sure do.
We do, if either of y'all are interested, we have time for another song.
Well, so do you have do you want me to do a last song?
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
have any.
Let's see. Well, we are approaching the Christmas season. So I've written a Christmas song,
Yay.
and it's one that you guys may have heard before, but it's one I enjoy doing because it's one, it's connected to literature and such. We are all Ebenezer. Bah humbug sighs the icy heart. So much space for regret, no room for forgiveness. We wear the chains we forge link by link. We travel with our ghosts at Christmas. We have all been Ebenezer for a moment, spirit dead as a doornail, until we're claimed by long-forgotten ghosts who fly us into hope and show us how to break the chains, and show us how to break the chains. Look upon me, insist the ghosts who guide us. It's gonna be a long night, so hold on tight. Open your eyes to all you have forgotten. I'm serving up your life on a platter of moonlight. We have all been Ebenezer for a moment, spirit dead as a doornail, until we're claimed by long-forgotten ghosts who fly us into hope and show us how to break the chains, and show us how to break the chains. Spirit, show me no more these shadows. Are they truth or possibility? I need to know. I've never known a man who never knew a ghost, and I want to know the man who learns from his own. We can all be Ebenezer all the year long. Hold Christmas in our hearts and bless us, everyone. God bless the Ebenezer in us all. God bless the Ebenezer in us all. God bless the Ebenezer in us all. Thank you.
Joan Crawford's Eyebrows live here in the studio, and yes, God bless Ebenezer in us all, because Scrooge, for all the bad press he gets, had the capacity for growth.
Yes, he did.
So amen to that.
Yep.
And this is a terrible segue, so I'm not even going to say it. We are at the bottom of the hour, and it is time for us to transition from live studio guests to playing the playlist that our studio guests brought in for us.
We have to wave the... We have to do the, royal wave, the screwing of the light.
You guys keep doing it. I'm just going to sit here and watch.
Oh.
Oh, okay. No, sorry. Folks watching the live stream,
Goodbye,
this
John.
is the end. We're going to end now, but the show does not end. The show goes on for another half hour. We're going to be playing music from a playlist that Joan Crawford's Eyebrows brought in for us.
Yes, we did.
So you don't have to go away. You just have to stop watching the live stream, because I'm going to turn it off momentarily, but we're going to keep going here on WHUPFM.org. You just hit the live play button. That's what's playing live. Or you can find us on the TuneIn app. And, of course, if you're not listening to us live, if you're listening to us after the fact, you can find us at WHUPFM.org. Scroll down the show, scroll down the past the hat, choose the date, and find the one that says Joan Crawford's Eyebrows, and you can be listening to this whole broadcast. Y'all, I'm turning it off now.
All right. We're not mad about that. We are okay not